Hello students, in the previous session we have learned about chemicals from common salt. In today's session, let us learn about water of crystallization and plaster of Paris. Hydrated salts. Those salts which have fixed number of water molecules in their crystalline structure are called hydrated salts. These water molecules are also called water molecules of crystallization. These water molecules cannot bed the salts. It means these are attached through a special bonding. Every hydrated salt has fixed number of water molecules in its formula in it. Some examples of hydrated salts are as follows: copper sulfate, pentahydrate CuSO4 5H2O, sodium carbonate decahydrate Na2CO3 10H2O, gypsum crystals, calcium sulfate dihydrate CaSO4 2H2O. For example, the blue color of copper sulfate is due to 5 water molecules of crystallization. When the copper sulfate is heated, it loses its blue color due to loss of water molecules of crystallization. When anhydrous copper sulfate again exposed to moisture, it regains the blue color. CuSO4 plus 5H2O gives CuSO4 5H2O. CuSO4 white in color. When water is added, it becomes blue. Similarly, when the blue color CuSO4 5H2O copper sulfate crystals heated, it loses its water molecules and become white. Let us perform an activity to understand the water of crystallization in hydrated salts. Let us perform an activity to understand the water of crystallization in hydrated salts. Activity 2.15. Heat a few crystals of copper sulfate in a dry boiling tube. What is the color of the copper sulfate after heating? Do you notice water droplets in the boiling tube? Where have these come from? Add 2 to 3 drops of water on the sample of copper sulfate obtained after heating. What do you observe? Is the blue color of copper sulfate restored? Observation: on heating, the blue color of copper sulfate changes into white due to the formation of anhydrous copper sulfate. Some water drops appear on the wall of the test tube. CuSO4 5H2O on heating gives CuSO4 plus 5H2O. Blue color becomes white. On exposure to air for some time or on adding a few drops of water, the blue color reappears. From that we conclude, on heating, the copper sulfate crystals decompose to give water and turn into an anhydrous white powder. On treating with water, the blue color reappears due to addition of water molecules as water molecules of crystallization. Anhydrous salts. Those hydrated salts which have lost their water molecules of crystallization are called anhydrous salts. Example: anhydrous FeSO4. Plaster of Paris. Calcium sulfate hemihydrate CaSO4 half H2O. Plaster of Paris can be prepared by controlled heating of gypsum stone. CaSO4 2H2O is heated at 100 degrees Celsius to give CaSO4 half H2O plus 1.5 H2O. If temperature goes above 100 degrees Celsius, then all water molecules are lost and we get dead burned plaster which do not have setting properties. CaSO4 2H2O on heating above 100 degrees Celsius gives CaSO4 plus 2H2O. As soon as the plaster of Paris is ready, it should be stored and packed in airtight containers because it is very sensitive to air and moisture. By absorbing moisture, it sets into solid hard mass which cannot be remolded. Uses of plaster of Paris. It is used for producing molds for industries such as pottery, ceramics. On mixing with water, it changes into plastic mass and solidifies due to rehydration. This is called setting of plaster of Paris. CaSO4 half H2O plus 1.5 H2O gives CaSO4 2H2O. During the process of setting, it undergoes slight expansion. Consequently, it produces a very sharp impression of the mold into which it is put. Number 2. It is used for setting fractured bones in right position in the body by the doctors. It is used for making statues, models, and other decorative material. It is used as a fireproofing material. It is used in laboratories for sealing the air gaps in apparatus to make it airtight. Let us find out answers for the questions in page number 33. Question number 1. What is the common name of the compound CaOCl2? Answer. CaOCl2 is commonly called bleaching powder. Number 2. Name the substance which on treatment with chlorine yields bleaching powder. This substance is slaked lime, CaOH twice. Number 3. Name the sodium compound which is used for softening hot water. The sodium compound which is used for water softening is washing soda Na2CO3 10H2O. Number 4. What will happen if a solution of sodium hydrogen carbonate is heated? Give the equation of the reaction involved. On heating, sodium hydrogen carbonate will be decomposed to give sodium carbonate, water, and carbon dioxide. 2NaHCO3 on heating gives Na2CO3 plus H2O plus CO2. Question number 5. Write an equation to show the reaction between plaster of Paris and water. Answer. When plaster of Paris is treated with water, it absorbs water and gets converted into gypsum, solid mass. CaSO4 half H2O plus 1.5 H2O or 3/2 H2O gives CaSO4 2H2O.